Have you ever wondered what your final thoughts will be when you look back at your life? Will you feel peace, knowing you truly lived the life you wanted, not one handed to you? Or will there be a silent regret whispering, "I wish I had the courage to change when I still could"? Now come back to today, right now, in this very moment. Are you on the path that leads to that peaceful ending? Or are you drifting, stuck in routines, postponing the life you were meant to live? Because here's the truth. You only get this one shot, just this one life, and if it's not counting, it's time to change that. If you feel like you're running in circles, like each day is a copy of the last, then it's time to break free. Time to shake things up. The path to the life you truly want doesn't appear by luck. It's carved by action. Intentional, sometimes uncomfortable action that turns where you are right now into the future you dream of. You don't need to sit around waiting for life to change you. You can change it. You don't have to be a passive observer in your own story. Inside each of us is someone more powerful, more capable, quietly waiting to be set free. But this version of you can only emerge in the right environment. You've got to build a life where becoming great is possible, and that takes foresight and bold, conscious change. To truly shift your life, you have to understand the nature of change, especially how it starts in the mind. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Now flip that. To be free, you must be brave. Brave enough to dream, brave enough to picture, in full detail, the life you want. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Go ahead, think boldly. Don't shrink your dreams just because they feel far away. If you've got a big vision, go after it. Don't wait. Psychologists have a name for this belief in your ability: self-efficacy. And it's not just a word, it's your superpower. Every small task you complete, no matter how basic, strengthens this inner belief. Every win builds your momentum. And here's the magic. That momentum becomes a self-feeding cycle. You aim for something, achieve it, and your confidence grows. That confidence fuels even bigger efforts. And soon, you're achieving things that once felt impossible. But none of this starts with giant leaps. It starts with small, often invisible steps, like the way compound interest grows your investments over decades. Quiet, patient, powerful. Still, maybe you're feeling tired. Maybe you've been disappointed before. Maybe a part of you is thinking, "What's the point? Nothing changes anyway." But that's not true. Believing that is not only unfair to yourself, it ignores your real potential. Because here's the thing, change is already happening, whether you believe in it or not. Time is moving, life is shifting, and you can either direct that change or be carried by it. So now that we understand the truth about change, let's put it into motion. Because knowledge isn't power, applied knowledge is. And the first application is simple. Start small. Your mission, just one small win. Pick a task you've been avoiding, a nagging email, a mess you haven't cleaned, a conversation you've been putting off. Tackle it, just one. Today, that one victory triggers momentum. And momentum is what drives transformation. Then, look around your space. Is it chaotic, cluttered, Maybe some dishes in the sink or piles on your desk. Spend just 15 minutes making it better. Why? Because when you change something you can see, you remind yourself, I have the power to change things. That's not just cleaning, that's evidence of control, of potential, of progress. Think of yourself as an athlete in training. Olympic champions don't win because they show up once. They win because they show up every day. The magic is in the repetition. So start, show up today, tackle something small, breathe, then get ready for the next step. Because this journey isn't random, it's leading somewhere, and where we're headed next is a plan. Up next, how to create a real, structured plan that bridges where you are and where you want to go. Ready? Let's take that next step together. So, you've laid the foundation, you've dreamed big, you've made a plan, and now, the real journey begins, bringing that plan to life. The sweet spot lies where challenge meets possibility, where your goal stretches you, but still fits within your current reality. That means being honest with yourself about where you're starting from, what resources you actually have, and how committed you're willing to be. Better to be brutally real now than to face disappointment later when your goals quietly pile up, unchecked and forgotten. To make your dreams practical, break them down into smaller, measurable milestones, not vague intentions, actual checkpoints, something you can point to and say, done. These moments become not only progress markers, but moments of celebration, small wins that build momentum as time moves forward. Now take inventory. What do you have at your disposal? Time, money, knowledge, skills, support. These are your raw materials. For example, if your dream requires $1 million and you realistically can't access that right now, you've got to rework the blueprint. Either scale the goal or begin with a phase that helps you acquire what's needed. And if you still can't get the resources, that's not failure, that's strategy. True planning means working with what is, not with fantasy. Set your sights on goals that are ambitious, but also grounded in the time, energy, and resources you genuinely have. We all get the same 24 hours, but how we spend that time, and more importantly, how we spend our energy, makes all the difference. Ask yourself, where does your energy go right now? Is it building your vision, or is it leaking away into distractions, obligations, or things that simply don't matter? Sometimes, the biggest shift isn't about doing more. It's about learning to say no. No to toxic relationships. No to opportunities that only drain you. No to the endless noise pulling you off course. And don't forget this. Rest is not laziness. Strategic rest is a form of power. The most productive people in the world don't just manage their time, they fiercely guard their energy. So whether it's an hour of sleep, a walk outside, a favorite game, or just silence, build rest into your plan, not as a reward, as a necessity. And while you're recharging, look around. Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Because their influence runs deeper than you think. Are they pushing you forward or pulling you back? You don't need to cut people out of your life, but you do need to surround yourself with those walking in a similar direction. Find mentors, Join communities where your goals are normal. In the right room, your plan isn't wild, it's expected. Money matters too, of course, but not always in the way we think. Most meaningful changes, like improving your health, learning a new skill, or building deeper relationships, require effort more than dollars. Start with what you have. You'll be amazed at how resourceful you can become when you stop waiting for more and begin using what's already within reach. Now here's the part most people underestimate. Things will go sideways. There will be delays. There will be setbacks. That's not a sign to quit. It's a sign that you're doing something real. Big goals are complex by nature. They involve unknowns, and unknowns invite disruption. So don't build a plan that collapses the moment something goes wrong. Build one that bends without breaking. Make your plan flexible. Treat it like a living document, not a rigid to-do list. If you expect smooth sailing in 3 months, plan for 5. That's not pessimism. It's wisdom. And when setbacks come, don't just react. Recover. Motivation will come and go like the tide. You can't rely on feeling motivated every day. That's why systems and habits are your lifeline. They keep you moving when your mood doesn't. Small, consistent effort beats occasional bursts of greatness every time. So now, it's time. Execute the plan. Remind yourself daily, I'm here to do the work. Some days you'll soar. Others will feel like you're dragging your feet through mud. That's okay. Progress isn't a straight line. What matters is showing up, even on the hard days. Especially on the hard days. That's where real growth happens. It's like working out. You don't grow when it's easy. You grow when you hit your limit. When your muscles burn and your mind says, stop, but you keep going, that's transformation. If life throws you off course, adjust. Say you were building a side hustle and suddenly lost your job. Survival comes first. You get a new main job. Press pause and return to your dream when stability is restored. That's not failure. That's resilience. Some obstacles are external. Others come from within. Our own impatience, our own frustrations. But the worst thing we can do is quit. The timeline may change, but the mission stays alive. True transformation isn't something that happens in a flash. It's the long game. Think months, think years, and yes, there will be weeks where it feels like nothing's moving. But if you're staying consistent, that is movement. That is the path. So be patient with yourself. Don't rush it. Rome wasn't built in a week. Your dream life won't be either. Measure progress not by leaps, but by steady steps. If your weekly goal is just one date, one conversation, one job application, that's progress. That's a win. Think of your plan like a game of chess. You don't win with one bold move. You position, observe, adapt. You build, piece by piece. So play the long game. Be patient, but be persistent. And most of all, stay connected to your why. When the path gets steep, your core values are your anchor. Revisit them often. Let them refuel your fire. Because this isn't about perfection. It's about progress. About imperfect actions stacking up into something beautiful over time. So take one more step today, and another tomorrow. Watch how the pieces come together. You've got a plan. You're in motion, and slowly but surely, you're becoming the architect of a life that's truly yours. This is the way forward, a journey built not on wishes, but on action. And in time, the results become their own motivation. So if this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Hit that follow button, join the journey, and let's keep building together, because your future deserves the best version of you, and that version starts today.